Hey, hi, good morning. It is, believe it or not, May 1st, 2019. This is the Bev D Show. My name is Bev. Very happy to be here. It is a Wednesday. And for whatever reason, I'm doing it again, guys. I thought it was Thursday. I went right out, grabbed that trash can, pulled it aside to make it easier to take it down the drive, and sure enough, came in. It's Wednesday. So I'm not really sure what that means. This is the second week in a row when I was confused as to what day it was, meaning responsibilities that I have on certain days. So Wednesday afternoons, we always want to update this particular report at work for a Thursday morning meeting. And I woke up in a little bit of a panic today thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't update the report yesterday. So I got to hurry up, get into work, update the report for the meeting today on Thursday. So it is not Thursday. And I have shared that with myself and sort of put a little mark on my forehead to remind me it's Thursday. Okay, fine. I didn't, but I certainly need a little cheat sheet or a little calendar on the palm of my hand to get things straight. There's a lot going on. May 1st, maybe that's what it was, this anticipation for this particular month. It's going to be very busy. We've got a lot of things going on. And we've got a graduation party. I've got a couple of travel trips planned for business, and we have a surgery going on. So we got a lot of things. It's not me personally getting the surgery, but those kind of things, coordinating that, making sure that that person has everything that they need. And yeah, it might be a little bit much getting to me. I'm very excited. Part of what is taking away my brain power, not really taking it away, but reserving it, is I'm doing some presentations and some training and such. And I'm very, very excited about it. Like, that right there is a dream. So I thought my job was a dream, but now I'm so excited that I get to do these different presentations in front of a large group and just, try and help, inspire, motivate, whatever those kitschy words are. I love that Tony Robbins said once that, he is not here to motivate us. He likes to think of it as, for example, he uses this. He says when a garden is filled with weeds, you don't go to the garden and scream, try and motivate the weeds to go away or whatever. You got to get down on your hands and knees and pull the weeds. So, but there is something within us that we have to be able to stir ourselves up to even go out to the garden to take care of those weeds. And we have a lot of weeds in our life, and mine, I suppose, have been trying to tangle inside my brain to distract me from some of the things that I really should be thinking about. So yesterday I had kind of a weird day. Here I am, trying to, whenever I think a negative thought, I try and counteract it with a positive thought. And that just wasn't working for me yesterday. And I realized, my dog Buster. I had Buster for 13 and a half years. Tanner. Took Tanner to the vet yesterday morning. And that is how my morning started off with, and it was just his regular checkup. But when they went to take the blood for a test, that heartworm test or whatever, they heard him. And he screamed like a human being. He personally has never been that hurt. He barks like 3 or 4 times in a row, just enough to super annoy you. But it's not like he's a barker and barks at everything. He just will bark a little bit. And when he did that, I think he startled himself as well as he knew he upset me. But they kept trying, and it was terrible, and it really hurt my heart. So that sort of set the tone for the rest of my day. But something magical happened because yesterday afternoon I was training, and I knew that I was going to be in front of these folks, not only teaching them, but sharing with them some of the little things that have happened to me in my past with this position in sales and selling advertising. Sorry about that. Had to get a little adjusted. And it was amazing. And we really had a good time. And it brought me to this. It was a very emotional afternoon. We had a lot of laughs and we shared some past history and we looked over the text and the good things that we're supposed to be training on. But also, when I'm in that training room, that's not that's not the only thing I do. I want to learn about you and a little bit more so that I can kind of see what kind of activities will help you personally to succeed, because salespeople are crazy emotional. Selling is emotional, buying is emotional, getting the sale, we all know what that's like. If we're in sales, there's just nothing better. I don't believe there is a drug in the universe that can counter and compete with that feeling of believing in your product, knowing what you're doing for your client is good, and them saying yes, and you get to move forward, and everybody just kind of magically comes together in this kind of moment, this aha moment, and everything is good and right in the world. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I started off, as I said, my day was a little challenging because it hurt. It wasn't that anything really went wrong. It just, dogs cry at the vet, big deal, but that hurt. That happened to hurt my heart. And I was like, how am I going to get this back and straighten myself out and get in there and get done what I needed to get done? And it was really cool because one of my managers that I recruit for, Matt, he gave me a phone call. And I also had what we call a phone screen, a phone interview where I was interviewing someone for a position, and he was awesome. Very energetic, very interested in the job, all that sort of good stuff. And then to follow that up with the guy that had referred him, Matt, gave me a call and we were talking, and it made me realize that the things that I try and encourage people to do, it really works. And it goes like this. You look at in selling, I really want you to sell something today. I do. I want you to make more money. I want you to make commission. I really do. That makes my heart good. That means American business is flowing. That means we are buying and selling goods and services, and that's what keeps us going strong. I do. I really want you to close that sale. But even more so than that, I want you to reflect on really what is your job. And I love to always ask this in my training classes, because then everyone says things, well, I'm supposed to be selling advertising. Okay. I'm supposed to be connecting the client with the community. Yep. I'm supposed to be getting to know my client, making sure nurturing my client. Yes, you are. That's all right. But your actual job is, in our world, in selling, and this is for my selling listeners, is to pick up the phone and have conversations with the other person on the other end of the line. Business conversations, really good ones. Ask really good questions. Don't just try and sell your service. Ask questions and learn about that business and interact with them so that they know that you really do care. And we have core values where I work. And one of them is to be passionate. We've got servant leader. We also have to have fun. And so if you go out and you're in your job and you're making it more about other folks and what you're reaching out to rather than yourself, A, you're going to have fun. B, you're going to be a servant. And C, and certainly not last, but you're going to have had passion in order to complete that job. Okay? So here's the thing. You pick up the phone. So yesterday when I was super sad and I was all within myself and I was worried about my dog and I had to go to work and leave him, and he got his shots and he had that poor little sore leg from them botching up how to take blood from him, which really pissed me off. And I mean, come on, it's a dog. What are you doing? This is your job. But I guess they mess up when they take blood from our veins too. I mean, nobody's perfect, but yeah, it really made me mad. But anyway, so I had anger, I had sadness, I had a little bit of despair because he's like my little son, if you will. I just adore him. And he's a saint. He's a good dog. He's loyal. And I really got a good one. And I really was kind of driving to work feeling sad. But then I had that phone screen I told you about. And then I talked to a manager. Having had those conversations got me out of my sadness, my despair, and my concern. It totally switched gears. It suddenly was about the manager I was talking to, Matt. It suddenly became about the guy, Jeff, who is interviewing for the job. And it wasn't about my sadness anymore. So here's my recommendation. Even more than selling, more important for you as a salesperson, pick up the phone and have conversations. Your job is to pick up that phone and have really good quality business conversations. At the end of a day, because I was in sales and I've been selling something in my life, all of my life, in some form or the other. My worst day was when I didn't have enough quality conversations. I felt worse on the day that I didn't make enough calls or have enough conversations about my product or my service or my follow-up or just interacting with another sales associate, maybe helping them out of a rut, maybe helping me out of a rut. I felt worse on the days that I wasn't on the phone because on account of that's our tool that gets us where we need to be financially is that phone. So pick it up. And it's more important for me to hear that, you know what, Bev, I didn't sell anything today, but I was on the phone and I made 75 calls, okay? And I talked to 10 business leaders, and I'm following up with them in a few days. And then tomorrow you make 70 more calls. It's not that many. It's not overwhelming. Look at it this way. It's not 70 calls. It's 10 calls an hour. Can I dial the phone 10 times? Can I make my job work for me? That's how you get the process working for you. Instead of you thinking, ugh, I've got to call all these people today. This is your job. You see, secretaries, business assistants, dental assistants. Not picking up the phone is like them going to work and just standing there with their hands behind their back, not cleaning your teeth. Now, once they start cleaning your teeth, then they learn things about you. Of course, they got to talk to you while you got that cotton in your mouth and all that kind of jazz. I don't know what dentists are thinking, but it's always a good jovial thing that happens. But from cleaning your teeth, they learn things. Maybe you have a tooth that's coming. Maybe you lost a filling. Maybe they need to do work on this. So then their job from doing their activity of their job, which is cleaning their teeth, helps them to medicate, make sure that you're taken care of, bringing in the dentist. He's the expert. Here's what we're going to do. But they would never know that if they didn't take an x-ray, if they didn't clean their teeth. And you as a salesperson will never ever do what you need to do by hiding behind an email, hiding behind a desk, searching and overanalyzing their website. Pick up the phone and talk business with them and learn from them that way. Do that. That's your job. And be passionate about it and have fun. That's what I recommend to you. I got all fired up about this today because I really was thinking about, I actually, while I don't make, 70 calls anymore, the process that I'm telling you to pick up that phone and what to do with that is exactly what happened to me. By me having conversations on the phone, my spirit was lifted. I felt energized. I was passionate again. And I thought, this is my job. This is what I do. And it was amazing. There's a couple of quotes out there. We can't help. I've had people cut me off really scary on North 70. I go to travel. I'm in Akron, Cleveland area, and I have a straight shot north and south 77. And with all due respect to human beings, people are absolute idiots. Just idiots. When you're little and you're taught to take turns,